Hello and welcome to the Ohio State Esports Twitch channel. Today we have NECC League of Legends Division with Ohio State facing off against Ole Miss. I'm Carter and I'm joined on the caster desk today by...
Hi guys, my name is Sonia and it's just really exciting to see Ohio State playing against Ole Miss. And today's definitely going to be a uphill match as like they're really good at playing the game and stuff.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to head to draft here in a second.
Great.
Yeah, so just to give a little bit more background, actually yesterday, OSU Scarlet took second place at the Game Arena Autumn League of Legends Open.
Well, yeah, I was there too, and congrats. It was really nice. They did perform really good over here.
Yeah, and so OSU will be on the red side for this first game, so that means even though they won't get first pick, they will get to pick last. So I don't know if you have any tips or ideas for strategy for red side draft?
What I would say for the red side, because they got the last pick, I would say just definitely paying more attention for the counter pick, as I would give that opportunity to top laner. So what do you think?
For me, I always prefer red side. I love counter picking. I love getting that kind of unique advantage that comes with it, seeing what your opponents have, seeing what you can do against them. And I'm also an off-meta guy, so I love taking what is meta, what players are playing, and trying to find something that beats that or breaks that mode.
Yeah, definitely. So honestly, I'm performing blue side. I feel like blue side is just like gonna be easier to play with, but red side definitely have an opportunity with the last pick because no one wants the really first pick, honestly, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It is a very opinionated thing. Lots of teams have different decisions, and it's all determined by the meta. But regardless, OSU will be starting here on the red side. Are there any champions or strategies or anything you expect to see today or want to see today?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know the AD from the Ohio State is really talented, and he's really good at Draven, Aphelios, and everything. And I do expect him to play Aphelios at this game because Aphelios is really strong at this meta right now. And plus, I do believe that the jungle is going to be playing more tanky based on what I know them of. So definitely that's going to be a lot of control from the jungle champion, which is nice.
Definitely. Sounds good. And we'll have to look out for that when we come back from a 3-minute break. some League of Legends action with Ohio State facing off against Ole Miss here. We should be onto the Rift soon, but are there any comments or anything you have before this game starts?
Well, right now I'm just really expecting to see how this game is gonna go, as if it's gonna be really difficult, as they're really really talented. Definitely gonna be an uphill battle over here, and but it's definitely not impossible to win and everything. So we're just really hoping that everything goes really good.
Yeah, as we are going to hop on the Summer's Rift here, as we will see Ohio State is on red side, Ole Miss on blue, as we see the champions come up on here. What are you seeing from drafts from these teams?
Well, what I see of is OSU getting the Kaiser out with the rail. That's the last CC over in the bots. And definitely the Maokai jungle is really powerful as a combo doing with the Kaiser. Because Kaiser is going to pumping out a lot of damage. Once you get people controlled, definitely the game is just going to burst. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Something that jumped out to me is I see a Jarvan jungle and a Ziggs mid out from Ole Miss here. Quite the combination. Jarvan, you know, putting up the wall, Ziggs putting the bomb right inside. As we do see Sion and Renekton up here in the top lane, Cyborg and Gas top, doing a little bit of trading. They're just tanks. They're just going to bat each other around and kind of walk off here. But if you kind of want to speak to these mid-jungle duos.
Well, those mid jungle duo. Well, what I see of is Tristana here with Maokai. Definitely, I mean, Maokai is just good with ganking, as he do have a lot of CCs.
Definitely.
So Tristana is just gonna jump in and doing a lot of damage. So because he's just able to follow up once Maokai is in. So I think Tristana is jumping in, doing a lot of trading over here.
Yeah, Tristana jumped in there. It does not look like Ziggs was able to get his first strike proc off, so he's not going to get gold for that, but both coming out even from the trade here, and focusing on this mid lane matchup a lot. Watching Ohio State, we know 5Fire, definitely a carry player, definitely a carry focus.
True.
How do you think this mid lane matchup is going to play out?
Definitely, I think, well, right now, 5Fire is playing very aggressively right now, so definitely Tristana is really strong at playing against Ziggs. So he's definitely gonna be really aggressive at the landing phase, and he's gonna take advantage of that bully power to just bully the Ziggs over here.
Yeah, definitely. Tristana, as you can see, her upper level is going to auto-attack Ziggs down and uses the opportunity of crashing the minion wave to go roam, get some aggressive vision there in top tribe, and is going to walk back down here. As bot lane, the opposite's going to happen. Ole Miss putting a lot of pressure on Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm surprisingly that they're just being really aggressive. Ole Miss just they're just trying to push the minions in, but which puts them in a dangerous position because they're just gonna get ganked, as Maokai is gonna be really helpful at ganking. And I think Trash is trying to ward over here. Yeah.
Yeah, very good ward there. Is hopefully going to catch Maokai there and try to prevent what you were saying.
Yeah.
That kind of gank there, as they are letting the wave bounce back towards them a little bit here, as watching the Thresh walk around looking for a hook. As mid lane, Ziggs actually catching a first blood on 5Fire. That is very unexpected.
Yeah, that's not definitely what I expected.
Yeah, Tristana, more of the aggressive early game champ at Ziggs, but it looked like Ziggs was under his tower, so maybe 5Fire misstepping and taking a turret shot though.
Sure.
But yeah, so now everything has changed. Everything we talked about changed. How does that one kill change that mid lane match?
Well, definitely they're just gonna, well, Ziggs gonna get some gold, get some items, and definitely he'll be the one that's bullying Tristana right now.
Definitely here, as Renekton is pushing Sion under turret. He's going to look for that Demolish proc, grabs it. Sion, Cyborg trying to shove out that lane as much as 5Fire, looking for the return kill on Uncle Sam. One auto attack away, flashes forward, accidentally auto attacks the turret, and Uncle Sam living on a sliver of HP. Icelandic hero coming in the save, actually goes on to Miller68 here. Uncle Sam leveled up, has more HP, throws out the bouncing bomb, barely catches. Satchel charge is enough. Icelandic hero will take the kill, but that is a huge swing and gold advantage for Ole Miss in the early game.
Yeah, it's definitely really traumatic. What was I saying? Because, Well, I really thought Tristana gonna kill that Ziggs by using his flash, but that's really lethal that he just auto-attacked the turret.
Yeah,
That's
it happens to the best of us, you know? And also,
Yeah,
Uncle
true.
Sam living at just 1 HP, absolutely critical. And then leveling up, so he's able to get that assist in that first strike gold onto the follow-up kill, onto Miller 68 there, really big. So now Ohio State kind of on the back foot. They're down around 2,000 gold. What's their way back into this game?
Well, what I know of Ohio State are just really good at like, well, even though they're not having advantage right now at this moment, but they know there are always the way to take back, and they're just really good at it. So, well, I think it's just gonna probably farm, and I would not forcing the fight, especially just the gank.
Yeah, it definitely is. Miller 68 just trying to relieve some pressure there off of the mid lane, as Ryan Gosling top is going to shove in this lane pretty hard on the Cyborg here. Cyborg looking to kind of clear it out, possibly afraid of a dive, but it looks like Jarvan is going to take the back here as Maokai walking down towards the bomb side. So who do you think is going to pick up this first dragon, this Kimtech dragon?
Well, what I think is definitely Ohio State, as I know of, because well, although Ole Miss do have an advantage right now, but like, I mean, you're in the red side, you do just have a priority at taking Drake, but and I'm gonna believe Maokai is probably gonna gank bot at the position he is at right now, so definitely, I'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely is. Ole Miss trying to crash that big wave bot. Maokai clearing up possibly, looking to gank down there, but Jarvan's also down there, so could see some 3v3 action. As right now we're focusing on the tanks top. You know, farming up, doing their thing. Sion is down quite a bit of CS here, over 20, about 23 right now.
Wow.
As it looks like an invade is coming in. Icelandic Hero might be caught out though. Miller is going to back out. And Uncle Sam again fighting a solo kill.
Spree.
On a killing spree. The 1 HP again. Barely taking out 5 fire. So there's a 3-0 Ziggs at 7 minutes.
I mean, Ziggs is just... He's just gonna be so happy right now, especially he survived twice already in like 1 HP. He's just so lucky.
Definitely. And I mean, he's kind of using that luck, right? Like he got lucky once and then again, and now he's taking it and he's using it to gain advantages.
Yeah.
I mean, getting 3 kills in a row, the idea of luck starts to, you know, kind of shed away. And he has a huge advantage here as Ole Miss is going to pick up that first Chemtech dragon, start to build up towards that dragon soul.
True. And especially Ziggs is building the Dark Seal. That's gonna help him snowballing. Pretty much.
Definitely heroes. Ryan Gosling top, just taking out the Scuttle Crab, gonna get some vision for the team. Maybe looking for that Herald play here as bot lane. The hook from Rhino goes a little wide, but they got what they wanted. They got the turret plate, they got the gold. So looking towards the Rift Herald, how do you think that's gonna go?
Well, right now, generally speaking, I think Ole Miss, as if like they're actually a 3K gold lead right now, and especially Rivera is in like side of blue, so they're gonna be able to take that easily. Especially they're heading to Rivera right now.
As it looks like Rhino bot lane picked up a kill on the blue there, but as you said, Ole Miss is also starting up the Rift Herald. So that means losses for Ohio State right now on the bottom side and on the top side of the map. I know I asked earlier what their way back into this game was, but it just looks like they're kind of being strangled everywhere. What's their avenue to really just wiggle their way back in?
Well, right now, what I believe of just... What I would think is just like really just farm. I would just stay under the torrent and do not trade that much, I believe.
5 fire though, trading it anyway. Barely gets out with his life there. Does dodge the Zigzag, being able to live. Is exchanging though. That explosive charge did a lot as Maokai is going to unleash the trees. Not quite able to catch up to Uncle Sam there. And once again, it looks like he's going to get away. But he might actually stay for the next wave, it looks like.
Right, oh my god.
Let's see if there's a trade here. 5 fire, walking up, looking for it. The stare down. Are they going to go for anything? 5 fire, explosive charge comes out, just dies to the Ziggs there. And that is Ziggs having the 3-0 advantage, just having more raw damage.
Yeah, definitely. And especially J4 is behind the Ziggs. So Ziggs is just really safe anyway.
Yeah, and Rift Herald coming out mid here. Ziggs with the bonus damage to turrets from that satchel, just blowing up that turret. OSU caught in a tricky position. And the Thresh Lantern is going to go ahead and get Icelandic Hero out there. As Ryan Gosling running away from Cyborg, able to get the slow, but is not going to follow up.
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, the first turret for OSU has fallen that fast. It's only like 10 minutes. It's even before the turret plays fall. So that means Ole Miss do get a lot of plate money over here.
Knight on the flank here. Could make something happen. A bit of a stare down right now. Is going to try and clear that pink ward. They do have Miller behind them to back them up. Rhino is going to hook. Oh, but a nice flash ultimate from the Rel there. And it looks like the passive proc Killer Instinct comes out, returned by Feather Form from Shogo Law. Shogo kind of caught in a tough position. Malachi is on top of him, not quite able to recall the feathers, but now we have Icelandic Hero in here. What is he able to do? CC'd and stunned up. The explosive charge reset coming in for 5 fire. Is going to try an auto attack down Uncle Sam, but taking a lot of damage here. Uncle Sam is incredibly fed. The Rel is going to find the knock-up on there. Passive procs for Kai'Sa doing a ton of damage. The turret shot from Knight. 5 fire flashes over, but takes a 1 extra turret shot. It does go down. A double kill for Uncle Sam now on the 6-0 Ziggs, but OSU picking up 3 crucial picks of the round.
Wow, good job, OSU. I mean, Ole Miss did have a gold lead, but unfortunately, they just lose a fight over here. So.
Yeah, and I just need to prop up blue here. Every single Void Seeker seemed like it hit its target, which means that Kai'Sa passive after passive is proccing, doing all that bonus damage there. As the tanks, brawling it out a bit top lane here. And even though Sion is down a lot, but it looks like Knight is going to go in there. Miller looking for follow-up, but Rhino is going to come to save the 80 carry. Finds the hook on Knight, chooses not to go in there. As I was saying, though, Sion does look behind in CS, but he's kind of even in items, and also he's kind of Sion.
So, I mean, if you don't have like a CS lead, it's not a big problem for Sion. I mean, as he just tank, his goal is just taking off the turret and being super tanky and stay at the front line. So, I think it should be fine.
Yeah, definitely heroes. Ryan Gosling is going to try and crush another wave. Cyborg is not going to back. Even though he had the TP, he could have TP'd back, but he opts not to here. Once again, just catching those waves, bouncing it back and forth, doing what the top lane tanks do. As we are, it looks like, having another dragon come up soon. Ole Miss is in the dragon pit, taking Hextech Dragon here. They are going to get 2 now, and we'll see what our Dragon Soul is in a second. The Cloud Winds Awaken. All right, so Cloud Soul, how does this change things? As it looks like, actually, Miller 68 goes top. The flash from Ryan Gosling is going to get him to safety. So before that little spout of action, how do you think the Cloud Soul is going to change this game?
Well, honestly, I don't think Cloud Soul will have a huge impact, as it's not as strong as other souls, I believe. So, although Ole Miss is going to have a 2 Drake lead right now, even though they did get the Drake Soul, it's not going to be a huge problem, I don't think.
Definitely. But there, I mean, we see red turret destroyed from Ziggs. That's the power of Ziggs with his bonus damage to turrets on his passive, his W being able to destroy them below that satchel charge, destroying them below a certain threshold. As OSU looking for another play here on Ryan Gosling top. He does not have the Dominus right now. He's going to be down a lot of anger and HP. And it looks like he is just going to go down, and they do give it to blue on the Kai'Sa, trying to get their 80 carry fed.
True. That's a lot of people over here trying to gank a Renekton, but it's really good. It's really good choice, honestly. This is why you should do when when your opponent is on a lead, you just have to gank. You just have to outnumber them in a like fight.
Yeah, definitely. OSU playing off the side lanes, and Renekton did have a shutdown, so Blue is going to get that bonus gold here, and is looking like might actually be a little bit more wealthy here than Shogo Law. But I have to point out, this Kai'Sa has Umbral Glaive, it looks like. A very interesting first item for Kai'Sa here, going with the new lethality variant.
Well, yeah. Well, he's definitely got a new understanding over Kaisa by buying that item. So let's believe in him. And he is 201 right now, and he's definitely gonna. He's an AD carry. I mean, so.
AD carry doing the carrying there, as it looks like Ryan Gosling in the fight again, but the dominance is huge. He picks up 2, keeping him alive, and he's going to get a 3rd here on Knight. Can he even get the 4th on Blue? I lied, he did not get the 3rd on Knight. Blue got there in time, but the healing from Renekton was crazy. Call the Meek. It feel like it filled up his entire health bar.
Yeah, definitely. I really thought. Well, I was really surprised that Renekton actually died over here, as if he can actually heal up a lot. But that's a lot of damage dealt by Ohio State over here. So Ohio State is just trying to get things back, which is a good sign.
Yeah, definitely here. Not lost the fighting spirit, trying to find ways back into this game, as Rhino is looking for some deep wards here on the Thresh, setting up for, there's another dragon here in about 1:40. Also trying to get some prio in the mid lane here, look to play out for some of those deeper turrets. And as we wait for the teams to kind of bounce waves back and forth, well, maybe not, as pings are coming out here onto Miller, dodges the hook, as it looks like Featherstorm is going to come out. Knight is in there, gets one shot by the Xayah Feather recall, as TP is coming in here. Miller looking for an exit, not quite able to find it as the stun comes out. It ends up going over to Shogo Law, as OSU is fleeing their own jungle here, as that was not what we wanted to see from a team looking to come back.
Definitely no. Well, Ole Miss do have a 10k gold lead, so they can do much more damage than Ohio State. So it's unfortunate for Ohio State to lose that fight over here. But things are not, and yeah, there's still a chance to take that O back.
Yeah, definitely. And that fight, as it looks like there is going to be another one. Rel jumping in here, satchel charge. Is going to bounce them around as the trees come in, rooting people up. OSU gets all the damage out on the Icelandic hero. Massive there, picking it up, as it looks like Cyborg is going to get the stun up the Rhino, finds a final auto attack. 5 fire, autoing down Shogo. The Shogo almost gets blue, but it's not quite enough as the shutdown goes up 5 fire. Jumping once again here, has to watch out for those Ziggs mines. Almost got him. The Ziggs ult goes a little wide there, but right as we were talking, almost like talking about how OSU struggled in that last fight, now they found an angle. I mean, they got huge shutdowns on their carries.
Yeah, definitely. That's the first step you take when you're trying to get the things back. And especially, well, that fight was like outnumbered because we have like more men from Ohio State. And winning that fight is really huge because we're all just taking all the bounties, you know. And we're gonna get some gold and buy some item. That's gonna help with doing more and more damage, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But I just want to point out that Uncle Sam here still has not died in this game once. 6-0-3 on the Ziggs, 3 items with the Magi's here, as Ole Miss is going to start up that 3rd dragon, the Cloud Dragon. OSU on the top side of the map here, looking to kind of claw back some vision.
Wow, Ole Miss is taking a 3rd Drake right now, so. Well, I mean, at this point, it's actually really smart for Ohio State to just give up that Drake, because it's kind of hard for them to just join the team fight, and I don't think they're gonna win the team fight if they're forcing themselves in to contest that Drake, as if they're still a goal lead from the Ole Miss.
Yeah, Cyborg on the side, and they looked like maybe looking for something. Is Ohio State is now traveling in a group, like you said, kind of working together. If they could just catch one person out here, as they are looking topside, Rhino is going to spot them out, as the Rift Herald does get dropped at bot lane, as Ryan Gosling kind of in a tough position here. a lot of burst damage coming out. Flash and the Thresh Lantern, the safety, but it looks like Cyborg is not going to let Rhino walk away here. Neither is Miller, but Blue is out of the fight. Blue actually finds the killer instinct on the Shogo. Does Shogo go down? Shogo does not go down, just barely, but Fire is going to pick it up. Ryan Gosling with the Dominus is going to keep him alive as he walks out here. OSU getting a little bit, but they're losing their entire base. Ziggs might actually be able to take it all as the Rift Herald finishes off the one Nexus turret. Uncle Sam in a tough spot here. Does dodge Scion, but walks into the knock-up there. It looks like both Uncle Sam and Icelandic Hero will be going down, but it looks like Icelandic Hero jumps on the Fire. Fire able to take him out solo. Cyborg does finish off Uncle Sam. That's Fire flashes to safely. Ryan Gosling there to cover the escape, but Icelandic Hero full comboing in on Fire and actually finding the kill is absolutely insane.
Oh my god, I was actually in shock because Kaiser just went straight in with a killer instinct, and Zaya was really low in HP at that moment. So I really thought Kaiser would just take that kill, but actually it turns out Zaya killed the Kaiser. So that was really unfortunate, and they both died.
Yeah, as mid lane here, OSU trying to get that minion pressure, it looks like, just kind of off their base here. They lost their bottom inhib and a Nexus turret.
Yeah, well, during the team fight, the Ziggs was just by himself alone at bot lane, just release the Rift Herald and trying to steal some terrain, while rest of the people are just doing the team fight.
As it looks like Baron here, Omis is just going to take it. OSU, only 3 of them up to contest it. Miller might have tried to go for the spite steal, is just going to end up getting picked off there. As Knight is looking to exit, Cyborg looking to cover them here. As OSU kind of in a defense position right now. They're down an inhib, they're down the Baron. Icelandic Hero is actually going in here, kind of just getting one shot. Cannot get to the Thresh Lantern in time, but a TP to the Lantern by Ryan Gosling top. As Ryan Gosling top will take down OSU Knight there. Cyborg not quite going to go for it there, trying to hold them back, but teleporting to the Lantern, that was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So there are a lot of pressure that facing by Ohio State right now.
Fire is going to jump at the safety. Explosive charge goes up on Rhino. Pretty low here. Cyborg in the middle of it. Does find a knock-up onto both the carries. Sam forced the flash, but the Feather Storm comes out huge with the recall damage. But it looks like Killer Instinct for Blue is going to be able to take down Shogo Lol there as Cyborg fell as well. But OSU holds on to their base, holds on to their Nexus, and lives to fight another day.
Yeah, that's definitely what you need to do. Like when they all got Baron, and you are facing a lot of minion wave pressure over here. So definitely just secure a turret and Nexus.
Fire under fire here. Gets dashed on by Ryan Gosling and gets a giant Inferno Bomb thrown at him, but able to avoid it both here, as it looks like Ole Miss might be trying to open up the top side of the map.
Wow. I mean, so Zaya is heading there over here, and right now they're just forcing a team fight.
Yes.
And they don't have Zaya, so I don't really think it's really smart to have a team
Unstoppable
fight.
onslaught there from Cyborg is going to go, and Uncle Sam goes golden. Fire does find the execute, is still alive here. OSU ahead in this fight. The explosive charge goes off, double kill for Fire there. OSU Blue finding another off the side. Ryan Gosling with the dominance trying to go back in. It's not enough. OSU almost getting an ace there. Only Zaya is left standing for Ole Miss. That is an unexpected turn of events.
Yeah, as I said, they don't want to start a fight without ADC. As I was talking about, like Zaya is still heading to the team fight, but like he's too far behind, so he wasn't able to draw in the team fight at all. So I mean, it's really important you have your ADC in the team fight. I mean, AD carry, who's gonna do a lot of damage if you do not have your AD?
Yeah, definitely. You have to have your attack damage carry.
Definitely.
The damage has to be with you here as the solo's up. OSU actually, for the first time this game, are going to be the first ones onto the Dragon. But Ole Miss is just going mid to end the game.
Wow. So they're really confident at themselves, with just 2 of them jumping into the Drake. And
They are going to go down here. But it looks like Fire left to defend the base alone. barely getting out away from Uncle Sam, but this Ziggs does a ton of damage to structures here as Uncle Sam is looking just to end the game here. It's up to 5 Fire and Blue, both low, both need to go in right now. The flash for 5 Fire, the return feather sword from Shogo. It goes a little wide. 5 Fire, 1 HP, is able to take down Sire, but Uncle Sam is able to auto attack down the Nexus just in the nick of time on the Ziggs. That was a crazy way to end the first game.
Oh my god! Honestly, the Ole Miss did have a really good lead from really first at the beginning of the game. And there are really good team fights he picked by Ohio State, and they all are winning that. But still, Ziggs are just doing a lot of damage to Torrent. They're just stealing the Torrent at that moment.
Yeah, Ziggs doing a lot of damage to players as well. I was focused on the Dragon fight. You know, I just see Ziggs walk in there, and I'm like, oh, they'll back and get him. And then we pan to it, and there is Tristana, 5 Fire, with 0 HP after 1 Ziggs bomb. And I'm like, what? And Ziggs is able to auto-attack the Nexus to death in the face of both of OSU's carries.
Yeah, definitely. I was watching about 5 Fire. He was literally 1 HP, and he was able to take Zaya down. I was surprised by that. And although he's about to die, but he would never give up, still trying to fight back. And still, Ziggs was just able to get done and just end the game.
Yeah, so looking at the end of this game and looking on to the next one, what does OSU need to do differently?
I'm sorry, what?
What does OSU need to do differently for the next game?
Well, you asked me earlier before what they're gonna do to catch back. What I was saying, just probably not trade, and as if they already have the lead, you do not want trade that much. Honestly, I don't think so. That what I was thinking, just farm and just CS, just do not trade that much, and just stay under a torrent, waiting for teammates' help and waiting for the gank.
All right, well, we're going to see if they do that when we come back from this short break. All right, welcome back to game two. We will shortly get into the draft here, but just to kind of recap a little bit of the last game and also talk about what we're looking forward to here. What's some picks you think OSU are going to try and use to win the next game?
Well, definitely, I think it's still Maokai Jungle. I just think Maokai Jungle is really useful for the team fight, as if they have a lot of as if Maokai do have a lot of CCs. That's gonna be work perfect with ADC. And what I'm looking for right now is probably still Cyan top. Like I believe Cyborg is like it's doing perfect with a very tanky tap, so it's gonna be also really useful for the team fight.
Definitely here is OSU opting for red side again. Is going to ban away the Caitlyn. Ole Miss has banned away Azir and LeBlanc. Hitting at these carries Five Fire has and the Jace, which Five Fire has been performing on as a Lilia ban coming out here from OSU. Not one you really see much, but definitely what I would consider a sleeper good champion.
Yes, definitely because the jungler from Ole Miss is a really good at Lilia players. They're just targeted banning the jungle player. And also Belvet, I was looking into that. So their jungler just basically play Belvet and Lilia, and they're just targetedly banning it. Briar.
A hover on the Briar here. I don't know if it'll actually be picked. We've not seen Briar in pro play. The patch they're playing on is currently the one that will be played on at Worlds as Jarvan the Fourth coming in for Ole Miss, which was a very, very impactful pick last game.
Yeah, he did choose Jervin from J4 from the last game, and he's continues doing so as he did doing good with the J4. So that's cool. And I noticed that OSU chose to ban Caitlyn. That's really good because you don't want handling with Caitlyn. He's just gonna be really strong. And we got Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy here coming in is able to kind of stop dashes and shut down movement-based characters and use Jarvan's Cataclysm as a wall for her stun. So huge counter pick there, at least I think, with the Poppy jungle. And also Ole Miss played very movement-heavy, very fast-paced, and Poppy able to kind of slow that down.
Definitely, especially the ultimate that Poppy have over here, just knocking enemy out. That's gonna be it's gonna turn to an outnumber the team fight over here, and it's gonna be a lot of winning condition for them. And we have Tristana again. I believe it's also a mid Tristana, and that's played by Five Fire.
Yeah, Five Fire opting for the Tristana. Again, it could go bot lane, but most likely it's just going to go mid again as
And
the matchup will likely have it again with the Ziggs lock in.
yeah, well, last time Five Fire using the Tristana and Jix was just able to getting advantage out of it, and they're just gonna do it once again. And I'm very curious who's gonna win this match.
Yeah, definitely kind of rerunning the same things back though. OSU picking up the Poppy with a different thing here. As in a couple seconds, we'll see another pick from Ole Miss and a blind Renekton. So this is giving OSU the opportunity to counter pick, to pick something they think will beat Renekton best, or I am speaking a little ahead of myself here, or do they just opt into the Scion matchup again?
Well, I think it is. Cyborg is probably gonna choose Cyan to match up. As I know of, Renekton is really, really strong at the landing phase, so
Definitely.
you probably want something super, super tanky to get over it.
Definitely, as Rakan will be the last pick in the first round there for OSU. Pretty much guaranteed to go support. I don't know if I'll see any Rakan mid today, but so the Rakan support there looking like a big source of engage there for OSU, which they definitely need.
Yeah.
Bans coming out. The Nautilus ban for OSU, a pretty strong counter there into the Rakan. Ole Miss looking to ban Zaya, the Zaya Rakan combination, very powerful, very strong. Just looking to get that out of here. And as we see our last couple of bans come out here, what picks do you expect from these teams?
Well, right now, I just probably, I think Blue is probably gonna do Kaiser again. I don't know, but like since they banned Nautilus, it's really a smart choice to bind those point and click CC champion. There's just gonna be a lot of undead threat for ADC if there's like a Nautilus over here.
Definitely. As Knight played Rel last game, but this time OSU banning it out. Rel, very strong. Also has flex potential if the Jarvan wasn't picked, but very strong champ and multiple roles. As the Jax ban, finishing it off from Ole Miss. A very common Renekton counter in the Jax, taking that option away from OSU here. So as we count down the last couple of seconds here to see what OSU picks, what what are you expecting?
Well, I do expect
Oh,
some AP damage because I was thinking they do not have any AP damage champion, but we have Gragas over here.
Gragas, yes. Going back to the Gragas top, that was a meta for a long time. The Gragas Renekton, and like you said, the AP damage is in the Gragas here. But I wonder if it will be an AP or tank Gragas.
I assume it's gonna probably be an AP Gragas because they don't have any AP champion right now. Like you probably would not expecting ADC goes on the AP champion. So
Yeah, as kind of a surprise lock in there with the Senna Tom Kench, an old combination that was used a lot, but they just recently gave Senna a lot of buff and removed some restrictions from her. And yeah. Oh, okay. So there's a bug with Pro Draft. It is actually Maokai, not Tom Kench. That was the final pick there. So probably looking at a Senna support. Um, as Zeri being the final lock for OSU. Zeri, a champ that was super popular, kind of got nerfed, lost popularity, but here it is appearing again.
wow, yeah, definitely. Actually, I was really Senna is gonna definitely be able to get some pokes down on Riken and Zeri, cause and what's your ADC? Hold on.
It looks like the Oh, it's actually, I misspoke. It actually is going to be probably Senna ADC with a Maokai
Oh yeah,
support,
yeah,
I
yeah.
would guess. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I
yeah.
was because I'm still thinking of Maokai Django from the skin. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Maokai, not usually, well, was in the support role for a little while. His home has been the jungle,
Yeah,
but Senna Maokai's support and what I was saying for Senna is still true. They've given the champion a lot of love. They've removed some restrictions they put on her to kind of nerf her out of the meta, and she's also received some buffs and also indirect buffs. So that's stuff like that Senna is good into is kind of good again. So we'll see what that Senna pick will do to change everything. But the team that needs to win this game to take it to a game 3 is OSU. So real quick before the break, how do you think OSU is going to do with this new draft?
so what I'm thinking right now, cause I don't see any of the AP damage over here from the OSU, honestly. But like, as long as they're gonna do well on the laning phase, just taking all the objectives and just helping other lanes, it should not be a problem at all. And especially you have a Maokai support.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can't really do any pokes now, but he's really strong at engage. And what I would think is just probably just walk away from Maokai when he tries to walk into you. Otherwise, you're gonna get controlled.
Okay, well, we'll see how it all turns out when we get back from this quick break. Right, and welcome back after that break there. And with the drafts locked in, let's keep talking about them. So, a couple of highlights. The Senna, that kind of came out of nowhere. I know we've been talking about it a lot, but what's your opinion on the Senna?
Well, honestly, it's really unusual for Senna go the ADC as if but I do like the combo with Senna and Maokai as if they do a lot of CCs over here.
Hmm.
And but I believe that well honestly Senna is cannot deal that much of damage than the regular ADC. I don't think like she's not as efficient and than others. So, but they're really strong at the early phase.
All right, as we are going to head to the game right here, as both teams coming out of their spawns here, and we could just double check and take a look. Yep, the Senna is in the ADC position, but it looks like it's going to be a no-farm Senna. Senna opting for the support item, Maokai with the Doran's Ring. Maokai will be taking the minions, taking the gold, and Senna will just be collecting the souls.
Oh, I really thought that was a Senna ADC. Um,
Yeah, definitely. The no farm Senna dropped out of popularity for a little bit, but she has received a lot of love recently on these last few patches. So it looks like Shogolol and Rhino are gonna try out the Senna Maokai strategy here as a ward cleared there by OSU, trying to deny a little bit of early vision here. As it looks like the Gragas is gonna start Sapphire Crystal and Refillable Potion.
Yeah, definitely. Poppy is trying to just start red over here, and also I noticed that J4 is also starting blue, which is there on the pretty much same side right now. And Renekton is hiding. I believe he's just trying to block the wave from the Gragas. As if he's just really strong at the early game, he's
Hmm.
definitely want to take advantage of that. See, he's
Yes.
hiding like here and getting some pokes down, getting some trading over here.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling just trying to get every little advantage he can there. Coming with a small IP advantage. Does barely find Cyborg with the call to meet. Get a little bit of health there. Get that anger bar up in the top lane there. As it looks like bot lane blue has already taken quite a bit of damage for the early game. Knight as well. Hopefully, for their sake, they're able to heal that up at least and kind of get back into it. But last game, we saw a lot of solo kills in this mid lane. Uncle Sam multiple times during the early game finding a 5-fire, but now 5-fire kind of messing with the enemy jungle.
Yeah, well, especially 5-fire went there to just ward the raptors. So he'll get alerted when J4 is doing the raptor because he's going to be close to the mid area. He'll be able to just gank mid anytime.
5-fire jumping in and did get the explosive charge off, but did not get his explosion. And Uncle Sam got a really good trade back on him there. As 5-fire once again down to HP, has the wave shoved in and is open for a gank. But like you said, does have the ward on Raptors, is looking to see Jarvan. As we could see, you know, these players are learning from what happened last game and reacting to it.
Yeah, definitely. So Six was able to solo kill Tristana last game a lot, as you said. And I'm looking into that. So Tristana, I believe he played more carefully this time, as you know, he's starting to ward there, and he's not trading that much anymore. So it's really, he just learned from the last game, which is good.
Yes, definitely. It's one of the most important things is to learn from the last game and going into the next one. And it looks like the first dragon up will be Clouds. That means no Cloud Soul this game. But it's super early right now. But just based on the drafts and general lane state, who do you think is going to be picking up this first dragon?
So, well, of course, I mean, since well, I don't have to say Ohio State because that's supporting Ohio State, so definitely I believe Ohio State is gonna take the first track. But generally speaking, because of Ohio State is on the red side, they're just kind of naturally prioritized because of the position and stuff. They'll just be able to take the Drake much easier than the Ole Miss.
Yeah, definitely. And also feels like at this point last game things were going more awry for Ohio State. Ziggs was fed, Five Fire was dead in base a lot, and it was kind of hard for them to get that prio. And even though Blue kind of being poked off here in the bot lane, not in the best position, they're definitely looking at a better position. So they might be able to pick up this first dragon here. As it looks like you're talking about that range, Shogo really oppressing OSU's bot lane here. Blue really low. Knight can't really walk up. So it
Well,
looks like Knight is going to go in. Rhino is going to take a couple turret shots, but walks away okay. And that just speaks to the aggression Ole Miss is trying to use right now. And it's just attacking them under their own turret, tanking the turret shots.
I mean, I have to say that's a nice combo picked by Ole Miss because they are definitely able to get in a lot more
Hero.
pokes down.
Is he able to get over the wall? Is forced to flash. Miller is chasing, is going to turn around there, but getting that Jarvan's flash is big as it shuts down a lot of the engage combos that Jarvan has with his flags, as it looks like Miller just going to walk through the mid lane there. Mid lane looking a lot more even, a lot less crazy than last game.
Yeah, especially Ziggs is on lower HP compared to the Tristana.
Ryan
Definitely
Gosling.
a lot of trading happening the mid lane, I believe. So I noticed that bot lane is kind of just get pushed in, and Ole Miss is just really playing really aggressively.
A flash engage there. Five Fire is going to use the explosive charge to pick up that kill, but the real play potential there goes to Miller, finding the flash into the stun under the turret there, and both of them getting away unscathed. Exact opposite, frankly, of what happened last game. Five Fire able to find the lead now in that lane as Tristana.
Yeah, it's really a reverse from the last game because right now Tristana got a kill and he's pretty much in the lead. That one kill will be able to help him to keep snowballing and getting more and more kill, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. So Five Fire now trying to do what Uncle Sam did last game. Take those early game kills, really
Mm.
spiral them into a lot here. As top lane, you know, like last game in the early game, just two tanks kind of batting it out, looking for slight advantages. Cyborg once again down in CS, but does he really care, his Gragas?
Right. I mean, Renekton just. I mean, I can imagine that because Renekton is just really strong as a landing phase after all. And so, of course, he's gonna take that ability and advantage to bully Gragas again. That's definitely like 26 CS down from Gragas, but he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be a lot more useful in team fights compared to Renekton. So.
Definitely. As the first dragon has not been taken yet, but OSU looking for it. Miller standing outside of it here. Knight, Hex flashes over the wall, but is going to get caught by a sapling. Just barely catches Rhino before he's able to get away, but Knight is really low. The flash from Rhino is able to finish him off, as it looks like Seta is able to pick up the kill on Miller. 68, Ohio State. It's a disaster. They look for the play, but both members of Ole Miss hit level 6, use their ultimates, and are able to win the 2v3.
Oh my god. Well, I believe that because it's actually a lot of damage dealt by both Malka and Senna, so they are just able to poke some damage down from them. So it's really sad that they just did lose that team fight, but it's okay. They always find a way out.
Definitely here as Blue still alive to pick up the CS, still able to gain that XP and kind of hold on to the levels here. So it looks like there might be an attempted steal here by OSU Miller as the Cataclysm comes out. Cyborg is second-sided with the Dominus Renekton on top here. Miller looking for something. Ryan Gosling is going to be ignited by Knight, is looking for an exit in the bot lane. Blue struggling. Icelandic Hero is going to be jumped on by Five Fire. OSU will pick up the Rift Herald as it looks like Blue will die to the Maokai bot lane. But OSU there able to get something back and extremely well played, perfectly negotiating the terrain and able to come away with the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. So they probably have to play around mid as the mid is just Tristana do have a advantage over here right now, and I see Bobby is trying to get something around mid, I believe.
Yeah, OSU definitely looking for something here, looking for some plays. Once again, they are down about 4,000 gold, but they feel a lot more in it this time. They're making plays. They did pick up the Rift Herald, and that first dragon still has not been taken yet, but OSU has a bit of a push in the bot lane right now, but their jungler is top, so it looks like it is going to sit there a little bit longer.
Yeah, especially J4 is really close to the Drake at this moment. So it's putting Ohio State in a awkward position if they have to take the Drake, and the Derry and the Rican are heading to the mid. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely here as Zeri Rakan are heading mid. It looks like Poppy Miller on the other side of the wall is going to walk away here. Jarvan kind of sniffed out the play a little bit, did scare OSU away here as Uncle Sam is just chilling mid, pushing waves, getting CS, getting gold, getting items.
Yeah, J4 is invading the jungle area over here, and he's trying to steal the blue buff.
As it looks like Gragas did solo kill Ryan Gosling top as bot lane the trees come out. Maokai walking up is able to catch both in the entanglement of his ultimate, and Icelandic Hero and Rhino will each take one of those kills. OSU's bot lane is really, really suffering at this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Flash? Oh, he lives at 1 HP. 5 fire away, jumping back in. Not quite able to find the auto attack there. Uncle Sam living again at 1 HP from an explosive charge.
That has happened a lot from last game, and it's happening again, which is insane.
As the bot lane here, it looks like Olme is still shoving, and that range from Senna is just absolutely outrageous. As a flash from Icelandic Hero finds 5 fire, but Miller tries to get him away. Icelandic Hero is locked inside as the buckler is picked back up. Miller does miss the Q, looking for this. Icelandic Hero is able to flag out to safety and is going to walk away mid as Blue under the turret gets picked off there by Shogo Law. Does Shogo Law have the range to finish off Knight? And they do, as Knight will go down. And this Senna Maokai is oppressive.
Definitely, Maokai just doing a lot of damage, even though he's building tank. There's still a lot of damage pumping out by Maokai, and that combo with Senna just insane.
Yeah, and Senna going for the lethality option here, but it looks like 5 Fire was able to find Senna there and take them down, as it looks like blue team there, Ole Miss picked up that dragon, and it looks like Cyborg is on top of Ryan Gosling here. Gosling 1 HP does go down as we cut back to mid. Blue and Knight looking for a play. Rakan using all the engage, but that's okay because Blue's in range and is able to pick up a kill there onto the Ziggs. So very crucial there as the Rift Herald crashes bot lane. OSU getting a lot of gold here in this last 30 seconds.
That's nice. It's only, well, right now, Ole Miss still have like a 3k gold lead, but I believe Ohio State will definitely find a way out to catch up, to cut that gold lead. So
yeah, definitely. They definitely look more ahead than more, and they're still making plays, which is incredibly important here. Rhino, knowing that he can't really be killed right now, is just kind of charging it through as Poppy is going to knock back, denying the Maokai ult. Icelandic, quite as it's stunned up. Knight goes in, but goes low. The Cataclysm on top of the Senna goes crazy, and the Inferno Bomb to finish them off as Blue is just barely caught and is finished by Jarvan. That was a lot of Jarvan damage that I did not expect there, as Ole Miss coming away with a huge win on that play mid.
yeah, they're Ole Miss is just able to pick some really good team fight over here. As a result, they get to win that. And especially, I noticed that the Senna was just insanely, her damage is just insanely high.
Yes.
As he got like, so they have three men with bounty right now. I'll see if Ohio State is able to take that bounty down.
Yeah, as Knight escaping there real quick. And we saw that satchel charge from Ziggs knocking down that mid turret, getting a lot of gold into the carries here. As it looks like Ole Miss looking for a play on a poor Cyborg top lane. Cyborg looking to back out of it. Knight trying to help out, but we'll probably just end up going down too as Icelandic Hero is going to start off tanking it. Cyborg trying to run, ease them back in. Does Ryan Gosling take another turret shot? The Dominus at the last second to just eke out enough HP to survive here as Blue and Knight are up here, but they're kind of outmatched as Ole Miss had multiple players up here. Icelandic Hero is still up here. It looks like Ole Miss is going to go for the play. The Cataclysm comes out. Blue is going to ult, but it is not enough as Blue is on the run here. Icelandic Hero able to just barely finish off Zeri before they got away as Ryan Gosling with a TP to the bot lane here, looking for a play on 5Fire. Do they know that Miller is there? Uncle Sam is there as well. Poppy, misses the ultimate. As this looks like this might be a huge play for Ole Miss, but Ohio State able to eke away to safety as 5Fire is just going to jump over and Poppy is just going to run away. And wow, that was a lot of action. But in the end, I think Ole Miss comes out on top as it looks like the Nature's Grass coming out from Maokai is going to lock down Cyborg enough for Shogolaw to pick up another kill and get more gold on this Senna. So I think the action is done. And out of all of it, it looks like Ole Miss came out ahead.
Yeah, well, what I'm looking at right now, it's Ole Miss do have 8k gold lead, which is insane.
Shogo looking for something on Blue. Blue trying this out the back, but that might have cost their life there. Oh, no, the flash stun from Miller. Able to take out Shogo there, and the shutdown crucially goes on Blue, getting a ton of gold into this 80 carry.
Yeah, that's a really so key to success. You just have to get the money to the AD carry, so they can pumping out a lot of damage. There's just still gonna be the win condition over here on ADC.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last game we saw Blue on the Kaisa do a ton of damage and almost claw it back for OSU here as 5Fire is looking to shove out this top lane. We do have an Infernal Dragon spawning in about 40 seconds that I don't know if Ohio State will fight it.
Right now, as Ole Miss do have a lead right now, so it's probably really dangerous if Ohio State are just trying to contest for the Drake, as I don't think they're gonna be winning the team fight unless it's outnumbered.
Definitely here as 5Fire and Ryan Gosling once again having a couple trades back and forth. Ryan Gosling is going to jump on top, pops the Dominus, call the Meek, doing a lot as always, but it looks like Knight is looking for the chase. Ryan Gosling is going to flash away. Blue finds the slow, goes over the wall. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. It does a ton of damage, but it is not enough as Miller will pick up the kill as is across the map. Shogolaw on the setup picks up the kill as mid lane. It looks like Ole Miss is trying to end the game here. Being at Ohio State's base, they are going to back off, but that was a lot of damage done to the mid lane.
Yeah, definitely. They're just Ole Miss is just pushing and getting a lot of turn over here, and their turn to Drake right now. So that's gonna be the second Drake they're getting.
Yep, as it looks like 5Fire is going to get an objective bounty, getting the top turret, as the Hex Gates activate with a Hex Tech Dragon Soul. How do you think the Hex Tech Dragon Soul is going to change this game?
Well, the Hextech Dragon, because right now I believe that the Ole Miss do have a Dragon lead right now at this moment.
Knight jumps in. A TP is coming out there from Cyborg. Miller in really, really far as the Nature's Grabs does find a couple. Icelandic Hero is just going to take him down. Takes a lot with the buckler, but it's enough as 5Fire jumping away. OSU Dynamite, the Cataclysm comes out. Blue is able to just slide on out, but Knight isn't as 5Fire and Blue on the run. Cyborg chilling in the bottom jungle, looking for a way out. Is able to find it here, but it looks like this could be the final siege from Ole Miss. The
Yeah, they've left the Rivera out, doing a lot of damage to turret.
Mega Inferno Bomb plus an auto attack from Shogo will take out 5 fire as Ryan Gosling bullying back Cyborg here as the Ziggs plus the Rift Herald is a deadly combination, one-shotting the turrets. Cyborg going to prevent it. Knight as well. They do not have their damage carries up. Miller is on the run and in base. This should be a crazy sub-20 win here for Ole Miss as they take down the last Nexus turret and focus their energy onto the Nexus. Shogo Law keeping OSU's players in the base as Uncle Sam also just knocking him down as the Cataclysm comes out and huge damage goes down here as Ole Miss does take game number 2.
Wow, that's. I mean, that's. Well, the Tristana did have a lead at very first game, but the J4 are just doing a lot of damage, especially the Mocha and Senna combo. It's just brutal to the bot laner over here. So it's, I would say it's probably just bad BP, I would think.
Yeah, the Senna really, really oppressive. I mean, they were taking the second turret so early into the game. If there's one takeaway from either team or just one thing you saw that really impressed you this game, what was it?
What was really impressive to me? So so it was actually, I noticed that the Ole Miss is really just focused on getting the turret down. Like they just trying to win the end the game as soon as possible. Like for example, there was one moment for the Inferno Drake. I really thought they're gonna just go turn to the Inferno Drake, but actually they are just all mid and pushing the turret. So that's really important. You have to get your opponent turret down in order to win the game. So that's really impressive for me, how they're obsessed with taking down the turret.
Definitely, Ole Miss really, really focusing on the turrets there. As congrats to Ole Miss for winning and also to Ohio State. That was a great series to watch. As make sure to follow the Twitch channel to catch our future matches and future updates. But with this, I think we're signing off.
Okay, see you guys.